Morency Unfiltered on the Fantasy Sports Network continues. The Friday night edition of the show is sometimes known as the Freak Show, and we'll anoint Myk Aussie as the freak of the night. I know Mick's very, very fired up for the AFL Grand Final. I'm excited as well. Myk was supposed to join us on Game Time Decisions today, but we had some technical phone issues. So, Myk, this game kicks off in a couple of moments' time, so not a lot of time. We better jump right in. Spread is the Swans minus 10.5. Total's 163.5.
Yeah, mate, I like the Swans to win, and I think they'll cover, mate. Like, the Western Bulldogs have done fantastic to get there. They're a lot of young kids. They might win, but I think the pressure of the moment and the 92,000 people there, I think it might get to them a bit, mate. But it should be a ripper. Don't be surprised if it goes either way.
Well, you know, you look at Western, Myk. They've been underdogs throughout the entire playoffs, and they keep on winning. They beat Sydney twice in the regular season, round 5 and round 15 already. I can't lay the 10.5 points. I'm going to be taking the underdog with the Bulldogs.
Well, it could go either way, like I said. The Swans, if they get off to a big start again like they have the last 2 weeks, they've kicked 7 goals in the first quarter. Their on-ball guys are so quick and skillful, and then we've got big Buddy Franklin up forward. Like, no one can go with him, mate. It's like the equivalent of LeBron James on a basketball court. Look, Buddy Franklin is amazing. Maybe put some bets on him to get the first goal, or even the Norm Smith medal, which is the best player on the ground. But you're right, mate. Footscray, Western Bulldogs might win, but I think the experience of the Swans is going to get them over the line.
There's a Colin Kaepernick, protests being talked about in Australia right now, as the boxer Mundine wants Franklin to take a knee to protest the Australian national anthem before the championship game tonight, which I imagine wouldn't go down too well.
Oh, mate, yes, listen.
For the record, Franklin said he's not doing it. Lance Franklin said, because he's Aboriginal, but he said that's not the right way to spread the message. So he said he's not doing it. He's not doing it. As far as the Norm Smith medal is concerned, Franklin's plus 850. But yeah, I guess that would be a huge controversy in Australia, wouldn't it?
Yeah, mate, absolutely. Now, the white men in Australia and Canada and London, America, listen, we've all got a bad history of the way we treated the natives years and years and years ago, but no, we haven't got anywhere near as issues that they do in America. So, no, Buddy Franklin's a legend. Yes, he's a native and he's a great player, so it's his choice, but nah, I don't think it's going to go anywhere like it did down there with Kaepernick and a few of his mates. But hey, you can do what you want, right?
Yeah, so the total's 163, Myk. Both times they played, it was lower scoring games this year. They played twice, and like I said, Western won twice. And Western, it wasn't a fluke. They were close games, but Western beat them in round 5 and then in 15. So it shows that it wasn't just when we were good earlier, just when we were good late. You know, the only thing that fears me is, like you said, Myk, Western, they haven't won a championship since 1954. They're not used to this moment. Plus, the Swans were in the championship game a couple of years ago and got tattooed by the Hawks. So, you know, Sydney, and they have players that were in that game. So they've been in this final, this big stage before. Meanwhile, Western haven't. But Western have just defied the odds throughout the entire season.
Oh, absolutely, mate. They went over and beat your West Coast Eagles there. They finished 7th. So no team has ever won it from the 7th position. But hey, they might, mate. And there's something about playing each week, sticking to a routine and so forth. So they might do it, but I do think the experience of the Swans will probably get them over the line. But let's hope it's a close game. A lot of these young Western Bulldog kids, they grew up in the western suburbs of Melbourne, and they idolise the MCG. Like I said, 92,000 people approximately will be there tonight, and should be fantastic. Great TV coverage in North America, and lots of parties, mate. All the Aussie footy teams in US and Canada, we'll have parties tonight, so it's going to be a great time.
Big viewing parties. Yeah, it's at the Melbourne cricket grounds. Mick, you say Sydney win the game. I'm taking, like I said, I'm taking the 10 points.
All right, well, I'll go against you. I think they'll cover. Matt Rashudia, the legend, Crow, thinks by 25. Yeah, all the Melbourne people want the Bulldogs to win, but I think, like I said, the experience will get them over. I'll go over Sydney's to cover, but hey, it could go either way, mate, as we've seen all year.
I know, and you know what? Sydney's only minus 179 on the money line, man. That's pretty good value, actually, for a team as good as they are. Like you said, they've been smoking teams. Western's been getting by, it's just sort of luckily. So, I said to people, they're like an NFL wildcard team. They keep on winning these close games and dodging bullets, and here they are now in the Super Bowl, so to speak. Man, it's going to be an interesting game. Like you said, we're going to know right away in this game, because if Sydney comes out strong, it's over. But we'll see if Western can hang around early. But, Mick, we're getting the hook already. We're out of time. It's too bad what happened earlier today, but great insight all year with the AFL. Enjoy the championship tonight.
Yeah, thanks for talking AFL, mate. I know you like watching it. It's a great game to play, and it's a great game to watch. So I hope everyone has a great night. Thanks, man. See you.
There's Myk Aussie with us. So we'll take a quick break. We come back and wrap things up with some college football picks.